a chaser. I make something out of nothing. I don't want no favors. Everything I got from hustling, food on the table. I bust my ass and break my neck to get that check. I deserve some respect in this motherfucker.
I'm a paper chaser. I make something out of nothing. I don't want no favors. Everything I got from hustling, food on the table. I bust my ass and I break my neck to get that check. I deserve some respect in this motherfucker. 2 years removed from high school, start getting on my grind, applying my dues to the organization, running the game I choose to create a lane and to make a motherfucking move. Funny how I got here, but on the spot flowing, lasting longer than a lot of you niggas coming and going. Every day you let me see, I'ma keep nigga that showing. Even if it rain, hell sleet, if I start from the middle of the night to the middle of the day, from the dusk to the dawn, I'ma bite that dough, nigga. Ain't about to be poor, I'ma keep it farming on foes with diamond clothes while you motherfuckers.
What's up with it? What's up with it? What's good with y'all? Y'all already know what it is. We back. Everything boxing in the building. And we gonna cook today. You know, I'm back just like I said I would. Win, lose, or draw. You know, and it's still bomb squad over here. Ain't no switching up over here. And salute to everybody in the building. When you come in the building, you already know. Smash on that like button. Let me know that you in the building in the comment section. And, you know, we're going to rock out today. Cassandra Mason in the building. What's going on with you, Queen? She said, I'm 30 minutes early. Watch, I still come back late. What's up, Cassandra? Daryl Deloach, what's happening with it? Ed 562 in the house. What's happening with it? The Queen Sheena in the building. Chris Mitchell, what's happening with it? SWAT TX, what's good with it? Yeah, we gonna get it today.
Wearing shit.
You know what I'm saying? We gonna get it. Like I said, y'all smash on that like button because they don't really be sending my notifications out. So make sure that y'all smash my like button.
It's cause you always on my dick, my shit be pissing excellent. Don't never speak on people's situation with no reference. I'm sitting on shit.
You know what I'm saying? We got a hater in the background already came through and hit the dislike button. You know what I'm saying? You know how some of these weirdos do. You know, they can't wait for you to come on to see your face, you know. Yeah, it was a hell of a fight weekend, hell of a fight, you know. And we gonna cook on it. We gonna talk about it all. We gonna talk about it all.
I deserve some respect in this motherfucker.
And like I said, none of these loudmouth trolls, you don't see none of these motherfuckers at fights. They don't go to fights. You know what I'm saying? And if they do, they hide and act like they don't see you. But you know, we was in the building. We was all in the building. You know, had a good time. And, you know, I'm here. Like I said, here. I'm here, win, lose, or draw. And it's all good. I'm just glad that, you know, everything is over with, all said and done. And we're going to talk about it. And I'm going to break it down. I'm going to give my thoughts on the fight, on what I felt that happened, and, you know, and everything else. And so, anyway, like I said, as y'all come in the building, make sure that y'all smash on the like button and let me know that you're in the building in the comment section. Yeah. So anyway, let's just go ahead and get it started. Like I said, it was a lot of fights on that card. Me, myself, I didn't get to the arena until probably about, I believe it was maybe like the eighth or ninth round of the Julian J-Rock fight, right? I think who did he fight? Hernandez, the guy that he fought, Hernandez. So I didn't really get to see that fight. I did see that J-Rock lost the fight. Now, a lot of people were saying that J-Rock should have won that fight. When I heard the announcement get announced, I felt bad. Like, I didn't see it. I don't know who won. I need to still go back and watch that fight. I only saw about 2 rounds in that fight, you know. But I felt bad for J-Rock because I know everything he been through. And, you know, this was supposed to be a basically a get back fight for him that they picked out for him to be able to win easily. And it didn't turn out like that. If whoever saw that fight, let me know who really won that fight, and was the fight close and he just got or was it close? Was it a close fight and it could have went either way, or did he get robbed? Let me know. So let me know what happened, because like I said, I got to the arena at the last end of that fight, so I didn't get to see it like that. But yeah, the Julian J. Rock Williams, who did he fight? Let me see what's the guy name that he fought. And it's I just felt bad for him taking that another L on his record, because that is not a good look for him. It's not a good look. Vladimir Hernandez. That was the opponent that he fought. His opponent was 11. He was 12-4 at the time. So that's not a good look. Let me see. J.A. Dixon says J-Rock looked worse than Hurd in his last fight. Damn. He said J-Rock got his ass beat and didn't punch much at all. The last 4 to 5 rounds, he lost like a motherfucker. Damn. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. When you losing to a fighter that basically have all his fights in Mexico and his record is 12-4 on paper, like I said, that's a bad look. I feel bad for J-Rock, because J-Rock at one point he have all the skills in the world. And at one point, a lot of people thought that he was the best. That he was the best light middleweight in the world. He was the best at 154. A lot of people thought that. A lot of people had him over Jermell Charlo at one point. So for him to just go all the way downhill and to lose to, like the bottom of the barrel type fighters, it's sad, and I hate to see that. And, just the look on Julian Williams' face when he was leaving the arena, when he was, leaving the ring, you could just tell, like, I don't know. Is he pretty much at the end of his road? Can he come back from, he's lost twice in a row to virtually to no-name opponents. Nobody knew who Jason Rosario was when he beat J-Rock. And then this Vladimir Hernandez, looking at his resume, dude pretty much had never fought anybody that we know, and he had all his fights pretty much in Mexico. I think the only fight that we knew, he fought Alfredo Angulo, but he lost to him. So yeah, that's bad. Nah, Julian Martinez, I said Vladimir. No, that's not what I said. I said he ain't no real Vladimir. I said because he Mexican. I said his name ain't really. I said a Russian. Any Russian named Vladimir, them motherfuckers can fight. I said, but this dude is a fake Vladimir because his real name was Julio or some shit. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't a real Vladimir. He wasn't Russian. He was Mexican. But as far as that goes, I mean, his record was 12-4. So I mean, how good could he have been if your record is 12-4 and you didn't fought? Let me go down his resume. First fighter he fought was 0-6. Next fighter he fought was 14 wins and 20 losses. Next fighter was 4-2. The next fighter he fought was making a pro debut. The next fighter he fought was 0-1. The next fighter he fought was 4-8. Next one was 5-4, 17-3, 29 wins, 29 losses was the next one. 14-0, 14-1. Next fighter he fought, he lost to a dude that was making his debut back in 2018. Lost to another dude that was 8-0. He beat somebody by split decision. That was 16-2-1. Then he beat somebody. He beat Alfredo Angulo. That was 26-7, and then beat Julian Williams. So I mean, come on now, bro. Like, I mean, how good could could this fake Vladimir have been? You know what I'm saying? I never seen a Mexican with a name Vladimir. That's why his first name is Juan. His name is Juan Vladimir Hernandez Campos. He got a whole bunch of names. Juan Vladimir Hernandez Campos. Like, God damn, how many names you gonna get that dude? But yeah, I just feel bad for J-Rock, you know, because J-Rock has so much potential. Loyal to the game, boxing talk, Kwame East in the building. What's happening with you? But yeah. I was just, you know, I was just making a joke about dude. He wasn't no real Russian. You know, if we hear Vladimir, it's usually a Russian. But yeah, y'all smash on that like button. Y'all smash on the like button. So, you know, J-Rock, I don't know. I don't know. I don't want to, you know, throw the towel in and saying he need to retire and that man is done. But stuff is not looking too good for J-Rock, you know, losing to a caliber of fighter like that. Like I said, it's kind of like the same thing with Adrian Brunner when they went and found Santiago for Adrian Brunner. That was an opponent that Adrian Brunner was supposed to be able to go out there and beat easily, just like J-Rock. This one Vladimir dude that J-Rock fought on Saturday night, it was an opponent that they found for him that was supposed to be an easy touch. And it didn't turn out that way. You know, it didn't turn out that way. So I don't know. I don't know what to say about J-Rock. Moving along. What else we had? So the fights that I did get to see, the full fight was after J-Rock. So, you know, got to see Big Baby Jared Anderson. You know, he fought a real Vladimir. You know what I'm saying? He fought the real Vladimir. You know, the Vladimir, whatever his name is, that Big Baby Jared Anderson fought. It didn't look too good neither. Big Baby Jared Anderson, you know, he going to be a problem. I keep telling people he going to be a problem because he got a real good heavyweight physique. You know what I'm saying? He's Big Baby. He changed his body recently. His body looks different. You know, when Big Baby first came in the heavyweight ranks and stuff, when he first came in, when I first started seeing him, even throughout the amateurs, he was kind of a little chubby. You know, Big Baby was kind of more on the chubby side. Now he a lot more trim and you know, he cut up now. And Big Baby, he can box. He can bang. He's slick. He's quick. He's gonna be a problem in the heavyweight division. He got pretty good defense. He know how to parry punches. Big Baby Jared Anderson looked good. Like I said, he looks real good in that ring. Every time he comes out, he's looking better and better. And the thing is, I think he only got like 8 fights. He's going to be a problem. Big Baby Jared Anderson is going to be a real problem in the sport. You know what I'm saying? Real problem. And let me get to this super chat. My man, the real Top Cat, what's happening with you, homie? You know what I'm saying? We was out there at that thing. What's good with you? He said, what's good, bro? Good linking up with you after the fight. You already know, man. You already know. Real Top Cat was out there, you know, doing the damn thing. Yeah, good linking up with you too, man. We had a good time, you know. Even though it didn't go like we wanted to, we still had a good time. So yeah. So Big Baby Jared Anderson, like he's the heavyweight that I'm really looking at. That's, you know, up and coming. Him and I like Philip Hargrove. I think his name I think that's his name. I like them two. You know what I'm saying? Them two heavyweights, they're gonna be a force to be reckoned with. You know what I'm saying? I like both of them. As far as up and coming heavyweights, and y'all smash on the like button. Y'all smash the like button. You know. So that was that was a good fight. That was a good fight. Big Baby Jared Anderson, he once again displayed, you know, his skills, and like I said, man, he a force to be reckoned with. Brown on boxing, what's happening with it? He said, but you did say you don't know too many Vladimirs who can't fight. I sure did. But that Vladimir right there, that Big Baby Jared Anderson fought, it didn't look like he was too like he didn't look like he was on that level. I mean, he wasn't on that level. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't on that level. Brown on Boxing says Anderson needs to be in the ring 2 more times this year and get his activity up. He got 10 or 11 fights now. I think he got less than that. I'll go check for y'all right now. How many fights do Big Baby Jared Anderson got? But he's gonna be fighting on the Sean Porter and Terrence Crawford card. So we will see him again soon. We will see him again real soon. And I believe it's on the Sean Porter and Crawford card. Okay, yeah, you're right. He's 10-0 with 10 KOs. 10-0 with 10 KOs. And the Vladimir Tereshkin dude that he just fought this Saturday was 22-0. So, solid competition for him, but he made quick work a dude. He made quick work. You dig what I'm saying? Dundada 555, what's happening with it? Salute. T Bibbs, what's good with you? Salute to you. And so that was a good fight. Then we had let's talk about that Robert Helenius. Let's talk about Helenius and Adam Kownacki. Now, my man, Knockout Boxing, Knockout Boxing had predicted that Adam Kownacki was going to lose again. And I have predicted that I thought Kownacki was going to be able to beat Helenius because when I really studied the first fight, he was dominating the first fight until he got sloppy and then got caught. And, we know what happened from then on. Helenius was able to stop Adam Kownacki. So I thought he was going to make the adjustments. I thought he was going to stay safe and, pretty much do what he did the first fight, but be more cautious. Didn't go down like that. Actually, what happened is it wasn't even no Adam Kownacki because he's the same fighter that he's always been, right? And I'm in the arena watching that fight, and from the very start of the fight, I saw that Robert Helenius, he actually made the adjustments. He came, right? He came at Adam Kownacki. He was the enforcer this time. Last time, Helenius was on his back foot, and Adam Kownacki was the enforcer, throwing a whole bunch of punches. Robert Helenius came in, and my man Tay had told me. He said, man, he been training with Wilder, and he said he gonna knock out Kownacki. He said, I know he is. He said, because he in great shape. And yeah, he's in great shape. He showed that he was in great shape, and he did this damn thing, man. He went out there and he pressed the action from the get-go. He was real sharp with the 1-2. And we all know that Adam Kownacki don't have no defense. And Helenius can hit like a motherfucker. Like he hit like, you know what I'm saying? Like he got bricks in his hand. And that fight didn't last too long. He beat the shit out of Adam Kownacki from the first round to whatever round it ended. I was wrong on that when he beat the shit out of, and after the first round, I already knew. By the time, like the mid-first round, I saw that Robert Helenius had changed his game plan from the first fight. He made the adjustments that he needed to, and I also saw that he was in great shape and, better shape than he was the first time around. And after like probably a little bit past the midpoint of the first round, I said, oh, yeah. I said, motherfucking Adam Kownacki about to get his ass beat. Robert Helenius is pressing the action, and he's taking it to Kownacki. So, yeah, man, shout out to Robert Helenius. He showed, he showed that he might be a force to be reckoned with. And because at one point, Adam Kownacki was gaining a big name, They was trying to gear him up to fight Wilder. And Robert Helenius derailed that train. But I don't know. As far as Adam Kownacki, he had all of that time to work on his defense, right? He had all of that time to make some adjustments, and he didn't. He didn't even look as good as he did in the first fight. And of course, a lot of that was due to Robert Helenius pressing the action and actually making his own adjustments. You know what I'm saying? But Adam Kownacki, he got a lot of things to work on. His defense is just not there. And in the heavyweight division, if you don't have Deontay Wilder power and you don't have like the size of Tyson Fury or something, you gotta have defense, you know. And he just got beat up, you know. Helenius was just hitting him with anything and everything he wanted to hit him with at will. And he wouldn't get his head off the line. His head was right there to be hit. And yeah, that's what happened. You're in the heavyweight division, and that shit ain't gonna last too long. You know what I'm saying? It's just not gonna last too long. And it didn't last that long. And I would like to see Robert Helenius against somebody like Andrew Ruiz, maybe even a Luis Ortiz. You know, I'm pretty sure we can see him in 3 months. I don't know. You know, he didn't take no damage in that fight. I would like to see, and we're gonna see Robert Helenius get a big fight. You know, we're gonna see him again because he's basically he knocked Kownacki all the way out the way. Kownacki is no longer a name in the sport. That's you know what I'm saying? He took his spot. He took his spot and he knocked him all the way out the way. So now people got to really start looking at Robert Helenius as a threat. You know what I'm saying? My man J.A. Dixon says Joe Joyce, that would be a good fight. We got Helenius against you could get a Joe Joyce, a Daniel Dubois. You know, let me see. Who else? We could get him in there against Charles Martin. Like I said, Luis Ortiz. Yeah, Frank Sanchez. It's a lot of fights that Robert Helenius can make now because, you know, yeah, he did the thing. He did it twice, and he showed that the first time was not no fluke. So shout out to Robert Helenius putting it down. As far as Adam Kownacki, he gonna have to build himself all the way up. He gonna have to get in the motherfucking get in his bag, go away for a while, and really work on his defense because he don't have the necessary attributes to get away with not having good defense. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm gonna talk about Wilder later. Wilder, one of his main things that he needs to work on is defense. But see, the thing is that he can get away with not having defense against other guys besides Fury, right? But Adam Kownacki, he don't got no bricks in his hands like that. He's not tall and built like a Wilder or a Fury and these big heavyweights. He's, you know, he's fat, but he ain't no big heavyweight like that. And yeah, he need to work on his defense really bad. You know, I thought that was something that they would have been working on all of this time. You know, I thought that's something that they would have tried to, you know, work on and get better at, but they didn't. So, you know, it is what it is. And then, so let's talk about this before we get into the main shit. Oh yeah, I miss Edgar Berlanga. Edgar Berlanga, you know. And this is something I had said a long time ago, right? And people were saying like, oh, you know, let him have fun, you hating and shit like that. And I looked at Edgar Berlanga, right? And once he started getting the name, and I saw Edgar Berlanga, you know, partying, you know, he posts himself partying, you know, in the limelight with the rappers. And I said, man, I don't know if I like that look for Edgar Berlanga because he ain't even got his fucking feet wet yet. And he out here acting like a fucking mega superstar. You know, he got the Terror Squad behind him, Terror Squad chain. He, you know, buying the big jewelry. He out there acting like he just, you know, just a mega superstar already, right? It ain't did shit, right? Yeah, you had 15 knockouts or whatever in the first round, but you hadn't fought nobody yet. So I talked about this a while back, you know, probably 11 fights in. I said, I don't really feel that. Like, you know, I said, I don't know. I said, I don't think that's a good look for him because to me, all of that shit is a distraction before you get your feet wet. I said, I don't know. I don't know how he gonna turn out because it looked like he's a lot into the limelight, into the fame, right? I don't know how much he, you know, really getting in his bag and training and focusing, eat, sleep, shit, and boxing. I said this a long time ago, right? But anyway, we saw what I was saying a long time ago come to light. His fight before, right? When he fought, what was the guy's name? I don't want to mess up his name. I'm gonna pull it up. When he had fought, hold on. The fight that he had before this fight, I'm gonna pull it up on my box rec. Can't think of the dude's name. I think he was from Ohio or something. But when he fought, yeah, Demond Nicholson, right? Demond Nicholson gave him hell. But, you know, I'm like, okay, step up, fight for him. You know, Demond Nicholson is solid. Maybe he was just, you know, riding that knockout streak, trying too hard to get a knockout. Now he got all of that out the way, all of that pressure off his back. Now he can go in and really, you know, get in his bag, really start focusing on what he needs to work on. It's a learning experience. Take that Demond Nicholson win that he got, but it was a very tough fight. Take that as a learning experience, come back and show us that you really the beast that you saying that you is, right? I'm still giving you a chance to show everybody that you really the beast, right? So he gets in the ring on Saturday against this Marcelo Esteban. And I know my man Tay Jones had said this going to be a tough fight for Edgar Berlanga, right? And I said, okay, let me watch the fight. So I'm in the arena and I'm watching the fight. And Edgar Berlanga, he come out strong. He came out strong, right? He came out strong, looking good. But see, one thing with Edgar Berlanga, he does not know how to change up speed and take some of the power off of some of his. Like, he throw everything at the same speed, same power. He throw everything real hard, trying to knock you out. And then in the later rounds, he don't have the gas tank to, like, his power, right? Don't carry over as much as in the earlier, because he don't have the gas tank. And one thing, he gets hit a lot. He gets careless, right? He don't have really good defense. He's easy to hit. And his power not carrying over into those late rounds because he don't have the gas tank. He throws everything too hard. He needs to learn how to switch up the speed on his punches. You don't got to throw everything hard as fuck. You know what I'm saying? You need to learn how to tone it down some. And that's his problem. And along with not having the best defense, you know, and Edgar Berlanga, he has a lot of holes in his game. And the more and more like he fights, you know, step up, you know, the more they start putting him in there with a little better competition. 2 times in a row, he's getting exposed. Really, that's what's happening. He's getting exposed because you talking about Canelo in 2 years and all. Man, I like Edgar Berlanga, but let's just keep it 100. Canelo will beat the shit out of you in 2, 3. You got a lot longer than 2 years to get on Canelo's level. You know what I'm saying? And that's just real talk. But you still only got, let me see. But the good thing about Edgar Berlanga, he still only got 18 fights in. You know what I'm saying? He's still relatively young, but he really needs to get in his bag and work on some things. You need to stop worrying about, you know what I'm saying, being around the rappers, and because you're not a star like that yet. Like, you know what I'm saying? You trying to, you know what I'm saying? You trying to sprint before you walk. You ain't even got your feet wet. You ain't even got your feet wet, but you trying to dive all the way in, act like you a star. Don't worry about all that shit. That shit gonna come once you really start, you know, focusing on boxing, and you'll become a star and you'll get all that shit. But you know, right now, you need to be worrying about getting better, and really eating shit and sleeping boxing if you really want to be that star that you trying to portray that you are. You know what I'm saying? And you got a long way to go. So this is a fighter, and I'm watching that fighter that he in the ring with. The fighter, let me see his name again. I'm watching Marcelo Esteban, right? And I believe that he's a part of Terrence Crawford's camp because I seen Crawford and Bernie. I seen them at, you know, they was right there ringside. They was right there. in the front, and they was yelling for him, telling him what to do, giving them instructions, rooting him on. So I believe he probably trains with them. It was cool. He didn't do. He had a lot of heart. You know what I'm saying? That was the most thing that he had. He had a lot of heart. And when he saw that Edgar Berlanga, right, had holes in his defense, and he saw when Edgar Berlanga was getting tired, he took advantage of it. And he was pressing on Edgar Berlanga, right? And I'm going to tell y'all, I believe it was only a 10-round fight. If that had been a 12-round fight, Edgar Berlanga probably would have got his ass knocked out. If that had been, he didn't have nothing left in the tank, and he would have got knocked out if that had been a 12-round fight. So, he just needs to, get in his bag, realize that he not no superstar like he think he is, and, he'll get there. He could get there. And it's kind of really, do he really have power like that? Do he really have concussive power like that? Because I said, dude was taking his power. Nicholson was taking his power. Do he really, really have crazy power like that? Because you got to understand, Edgar Berlanga, he wasn't no knockout artist in the amateur ranks at all. Like he wasn't knocking nobody out in the amateurs. He didn't have no power in the amateurs. Like now, I know that you can learn how to sit down on your punches and things like that, but it makes me really think, do he really have devastating power, or was he just knocking out, the bottom of the barrel type of dudes that, just they put in their matchmaking. They was putting in there because they knew that he was going to get the knockout. It really makes you think. So, I'm looking forward to seeing Edgar Berlanga in his next fight. I'm looking forward to see how Top Rank carries him from now on, right? Do they just say, well, we don't think that he ever going to be that huge star like a Tito Trinidad or none of them dudes, so we just go, put him in with tough competition? Or do they believe in him? Do they hold him back, continue put him in there with like lower level, bottom of the barrel type dudes like they was doing before, carry his career slow until they see improvement and then try to make a superstar out of him? I don't know. Bob Arum said that he was ridiculous. Bob Arum said he was a disappointment. That's what Bob said. He said, the Edgar Berlanga, that was just ridiculous. It was just a big, big disappointment. So Bob ain't going to hold shit back. So I don't know. I don't know. You can try to make a guy a superstar all you want to, but when you get in there, if you can't beat these level of opponents, right? Guys that they're matchmaking for you to be able to go in there and knock out. I don't know. The fans, you can't fool the fans for too long. They gonna want to see you in there with you talking about Canelo in 2 years. I don't know, man. I don't know. It's still a big, big question mark behind Edgar Berlanga. A lot of people don't think he is what they was trying to say he was. Let me read some of y'all comments. Let me get through some of these comments. T-Biz say hype job or for real. I don't want to call him a hype job just right now, but he really needs to get off of that trying to be a rap superstar type of limelight shit. You know what I'm saying? You need to be using that time to focus on your boxing skills and getting better. And I'm not saying that he don't train. I'm not saying none of that shit. Juan Ramos says Berlanga was getting touched up. Yeah. L-Dub boxing. What's happening with it? L-Dub. Salute to L-Dub. L-Dub was out in that thing this weekend too. Andrew Charles says young hot shots versus seasoned vets are some favorite type of matchups. Yeah, man. Hell of a fight though. They went at it, man. They went at it. Renee Box Young in the building. I appreciate that, Renee. And make sure that y'all go sub to Renee Box Young. Show him some love. Let me see. Kangaroo Jack says, I did try to tell you, brother, Fury was way too good. And we're gonna get on that. We're gonna talk about that. Butter B said he spent all his money before the fight is over. Yeah, man, he gets tired. He gets tired. You know what I'm saying? Let me see. Kevin Knight said, dude put him in the Matrix in the last 3 rounds. Yeah, Sheena, he need to slow down. You know, slow down with all of that shit. You'll get there if you really that good. Knockout, what's up? I gave you your props, Knockout. I already covered the Robert Helenius and Adam Kownacki fight. I broke that down. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So yeah, you know, Edgar Berlanga, man, he got a long way to go. He got a long way to go. So let's just, you know, I'm not gonna shit on him. Let's see where he go from here. Let's see where he go from here. Y'all make sure that y'all hit my like button, smash my like button, because they not gonna put my notifications out to everybody like that. They only put my notifications out to a small percentage of people, a very small percentage of people, because like I said, I could go check. And so make sure that y'all, you know, at least hit that like button. Yes, sir. Let me see. So let's talk about Frank Sanchez and F.A. Ajagba. Let's talk about that fight. This is a fight that both Frank Sanchez and F.A. Ajagba, right? I'm looking for them to be able to display their skills and go out there and put it all on the line. First of all, you're the co-main event, right? You're the co-main event to one of the biggest fights, right? One of the biggest fights in years in boxing. Probably so far, the biggest fight, and probably gonna be the biggest fight that we have all year. You know what I'm saying? Maybe Caleb Plant and Canelo could top that, but I don't know. We're gonna see when them numbers come out, because I think that Wilder and Fury, I think they're gonna do big numbers, right? So you, Sanchez and F.A. Ajagba, they make y'all the co-main event, right? You already had Big Baby Jared Anderson show out. You had Robert Helenius and Adam Kownacki, they showed out. You had Edgar Berlanga and his opponent, they put on a hell of a fight. So you already had some hell of a fights. So it was up to y'all to go out there and to display what y'all had on deck, right? And like that shit was some trash. Like, I ain't gonna lie, that shit was some trash. I mean, a lot of people say, "Oh, Frank Sanchez did this," and Frank Sanchez did enough. He did enough to squeak out a victory. Frank Sanchez ain't did a motherfucking thing. He did a little bit more than F.A. Ajagba. It was enough to squeak out a victory. Frank Sanchez ain't it, and F.A. Ajagba ain't it either. Neither one of them motherfuckers. Like F.A. Ajagba, you had. I'm gonna tell y'all what y'all was watching. You had one motherfucker that was scared, and you had another one that was confused. You had one scared fighter in the ring, and you had another fighter that was confused. Frank Sanchez, he was scared of F.A. Ajagba's power, right? He was scared. He was scared of F.A. Ajagba's power, and then F.A. Ajagba was confused because Frank Sanchez was too slick for him. He was too slick for him. Frank Sanchez was catching him with counters, right? And F.A. Ajagba, he didn't have the boxing skills to keep up with Frank Sanchez, right? But instead of just going out there and laying it all on the line like F.A. Ajagba should have, he was fighting cautious too, because he was getting countered at times by Frank Sanchez, so he was scared to go out there and leave it all on the line. So you had two nervous fighters that was basically scared of each other. You know what I'm saying? Both of them fighters was basically scared of each other. And it came to, right, it became a who gonna do just enough to try to get the fucking victory. That's what it was. okay, I ain't gonna hurt you. You ain't gonna hurt me. You know, and who gonna do? Because Frank Sanchez would, you know, he was landing some good counters here and there, but neither one of them was doing shit. Neither one of them. F.A. Ajagba, you know, he was, you know, jabbing. His jab was good, but he was confused. He couldn't catch Frank Sanchez and was like, it was just like, that was some shit that we could have went without. I thought that fight was going to be a hell of a fight. I had picked Frank Sanchez to go out there and maybe stop F.A. Ajagba, but he was too scared to take a chance. He was too scared to take the chance to try to stop F.A. Ajagba. So, like, you know what I mean? In the heavyweight division, we don't want to see no move. We don't want to see, let me see. We don't want to see who you call it? Goddamn, what's his name? Little ugly ass damn, Rigondeaux. We don't want to see a Rigondeaux in the heavyweight division. Like this motherfucker Frank Sanchez trying to beat Rigondeaux, and goddamn F.A. Ajagba, he's sitting up there like a big dummy because he don't know what to do. Like, we don't want to see that shit. In heavyweight, we want to see motherfuckers go at it. And like, that's some shit I could have, you know what I'm saying? I'm in the right there looking, I'm center row right there. You know what I'm saying? Close up. We center row right there. And I'm like, man, there's some shit that they could have kept off the card. But I don't think nobody thought that both of them was going to go in there and perform like that, because both of them were known to be pretty much knockout artists. You know, Frank Sanchez was known to be a big puncher / boxer. F.A. Ajagba was known to be a knockout artist. But both of them motherfuckers were scared. When you get two scared men in the ring, that's what you get. F.A. Ajagba and Frank Sanchez, the shit that we saw on Saturday night. So, you know, I hear people talking about, oh, Frank Sanchez, he did this and he won easy. No, he didn't. To me, he didn't even win that fight. And I picked Frank Sanchez. He didn't win that fight by a large margin to me. He just did enough. And I'm right there in the arena watching every blow. He just did enough, barely enough to win. Like, that shit could have been a draw. But didn't nobody want to see that shit again. So, you know, the ref had to give it to somebody. Both of them that shit was trash. Renee Boxing says Frank should have made a big statement, man. Biggest stage of his career, and he played it safe too much. Yeah, both of them. Both of them, you know what I'm saying? And I think he confused. I mean, he had F.A. Ajagba confused because F.A. Ajagba was trying to come forward and fight, but he just didn't know what to do. I don't think he expected Frank Sanchez to really, you know, turn into a heavyweight Guillermo Rigondeaux. I don't think he expected that shit. I don't think he expected Frank Sanchez to, you know, turn into a Lara or a Rigondeaux. Yeah, Butter B says the styles was a mismatch and neither one of them wanted to test the waters. They didn't. And that shit was some, you gotta, like, see, this is the thing, right? That to me, that shows me that you don't have what it takes to be a Tyson Fury, a Deontay Wilder, or Anthony Joshua, or Luis Ortiz. You don't have what it takes, because when you get your chance, right? When you get your chance to really put the world on notice and make a name for yourself, you got to take that chance. It ain't no fucking going out, especially in the heavyweight division. Ain't no going out there being scared, taking, you know what I'm saying, scared to take chances and playing it safe. Now, everybody that was in that arena and everybody that watched that card on pay-per-view, nobody want to see them no more. You ain't going to hear no fans talking about, oh, I can't wait to see Frank Sanchez again, or I can't wait to see F.A. Ajagba fight again. I can't wait. Nobody want to see them again. When Saturday came, unless you were diehard, when Sunday came, unless you was a diehard boxing fan, like some of us are, right? Nobody even remembered their name. Whoever ordered that pay-per-view on Saturday night, whoever went to the fight, unless you were a diehard boxing fan, nobody remember Frank Sanchez and F.A. Ajagba. All they remember is that one old-looking dude that fought, that one old-looking Cuban, and that other motherfucker that had dreads. That's all they gonna remember. They don't even remember their name. But you bring that upon yourself when you go out there acting scary and playing it safe. Kevin Knight, salute to you. But yeah, I mean, but like I'm saying, everybody do have their own style, Edgar Robles. But that, right, putting that on a co-main event, that's not going to get you to where you want to be. That's not going to have people wanting to see you again, people checking for you. And that shit, they could have kept that off the card. But like I said, I don't think that nobody, because I didn't think it was going to look like that. I don't think nobody thought that fight was going to look like that. I was expecting that to be the best fight on the card besides Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder. And I think the matchmakers were too. Rob Shaquille says that Ajagba was scared to get put to sleep in front of me. It wasn't just Ajagba. Frank Sanchez was scared to get put to sleep too, because he wasn't engaging like that neither. So we can't just put it on Ajagba. Frank Sanchez wasn't engaging in, like I said, you go back and watch the fight. F.A. Ajagba was the one that was coming forward the whole time. You know what I'm saying? So we can't act like F.A. Ajagba was the only one that was out there wouldn't do it. I mean, Frank Sanchez was on his back foot scared too. Really, I don't want to see neither one of them. You know, they both was out there. Like I said, you had one motherfucker that was scared to death and the other one was very scared. You know, choose whichever one you want to go with. World Combat Sport in the building. What's going on with it, Scotty? Make sure that y'all go sub to my man World Combat Sport in the building. Salute to you. Dwayne Freeman, what's happening with it? Salute. Yes, sir. And y'all make sure that y'all smash the like button if y'all ain't smashed the like button yet. Make sure that y'all smash on the like button. So let's go. Let's move on to Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder. You know what I'm saying? If the trolls are in the background, this is your chance. You feel me? This is your chance. Like I told y'all, I'm not finna run from nobody. I said what I said. I was wrong about what I said, but I'm still here. We don't run and hide from nobody. You dig what I'm saying? I would have got on Sunday, but like I said, out there, my service was bad. My service was bad and my phone wasn't working like that. So I couldn't really get on and do no live. So yeah, that's why I'm coming on right now, you know, and doing it now. I didn't get back until last night. So I'm here now, just like I told y'all I would be. But Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder. I want to start off by giving props to Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury. They gave us a hell of a fight. They went out there and they both put it all on the line. How was the atmosphere? Dog, the atmosphere was crazy, World Combat. I'm talking about the stadium was packed to the rooftop. You know, way, way up there to where usually the seats be empty. That shit was packed to the rooftop. You dig what I'm saying? Yeah, the atmosphere was crazy. I'm talking about the atmosphere in that bitch. It was crazy, crazy. From the first round to the time it ended, the atmosphere was stupid crazy. You know, it was crazy. And so, you know, I want to give a shout out to Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder. No excuses for Fury or Wilder. You know, I'm gonna just tell it how I saw it. How I saw it. Wilder came out. You know, Wilder came out and he looked great. He came out. He displayed a great body attack. Was, you know, coming with the straight left to straight right to the body. You know, even throwing hooks to the body. He came out looking real good. You know, and it was bothering Tyson Fury. Every time Tyson Fury tried to put his front foot and come forward, Deontay Wilder would back him up, you know, with the body attack. And then Deontay Wilder started going to the head. And, you know, he was looking very, very good. The first and second round, he was sticking to the game plan. The game plan was working, right? Now, Fury did in the second round. He did catch Wilder, right? He landed, you know, a bit, probably like two real good shots. Wilder came right back and landed his own big shot, right? But he was still sticking to the game plan. After the third round came, right? The third round came. They came out and he's sticking to the game plan. But then Fury caught him, right? And he was cool. He wasn't hurt. He was cool. But then all of a sudden, Wilder, he went away from the game plan. And he got overzealous and he started headhunting, right? He wasn't hiding the right hand. He wasn't throwing the jab. He wasn't throwing the jab, right? He was trying to catch Fury with that big ass bomb. And it was like you went away from the game plan. As soon as he went away from the game plan, right, he tried to get into this the third round. He trying to go into basically a war with Fury. Fury's stronger. Y'all got to understand, Fury's almost 280 pounds. Yeah, Wilder bulked up. Yeah, my man Wilder, he bulked up. But you still got a 40-pound weight disadvantage. And Fury is not just 280 pounds of just the, you know what I'm saying? He looks soft, but the motherfucker is strong as an ox. Right? So Fury, what he do is he bull rush you to the ropes. Because he could do that. He's strong. You know what I'm saying? He's strong. I've been knowing he was strong. You know, he's very, very strong. So Wilder started trying to brawl, got away from the game plan, and started trying to brawl with Fury. Fury, being the smart boxer that he is with the ring IQ, right? What was Fury was doing, if you go back and watch, he noticed that Wilder, he lacks defense, okay? My man Wilder, he lacked defense. His defense, especially when he got away from the game plan, his defense just went out the window. So what he does is he goes straight back and he just puts his hands straight up, right? He just puts his hands straight out like that and he leaned back to try to get away from the punches. Well, you can't do that with Fury, right? That might work against a fighter that has a shorter arm reach than you, that's shorter than you, right? You can get back and then you out of that range. Well, Fury's taller than you. He got longer arms, so you can't defend against Fury like that. Because first of all, he walking straight forward, right? And now you try, so now he just throwing that shit down and coming over your shit. He throwing that shit down and coming over your shit. So you can't fight him like that, you know? And Fury noticed that. So his arms are straight out like that, right? His ear is wide open. Wide open. His shit wide open. So all Fury was doing, he was aiming for the ear. He's aiming right there, kind of like towards the back of the head, towards the ear right there, where it cuts off your equilibrium. Fury caught him in the third round. Bam! Caught him, right? And then he right up on him in the inside. Wilder trying to wrestle with him, and then Fury caught him with an uppercut, but he was already hurt from the shot that he got hit in the you know, right there. Because when you get hit right there, that shit, even if you hit yourself right there, right? You go like this, that shit cuts off, like it shake your brain and it cut off your equilibrium. So, you know, Wilder gets dropped. He get back up. He cool. But see, when he gets back up, you could tell his equilibrium was off. But then the fourth round come and Wilder catches him, right? Wilder catches him. Now, this is where Wilder went wrong. This is where he went very wrong, because he was already, probably his equilibrium was already kind of off. You know what I'm saying? From the third round, from him getting hurt and knocked down, right? But the fourth round, he come and, you know, he catches He catches Tyson Fury with a hard blow coming in right on the forehead. Bam! Right? Catch him coming in. Drop him. Now, instead of, okay, calm down, stick to the game plan, Wilder go all the way out. He goes, you know what I'm saying? He gets wild, right? He goes after Fury with wild shit. He throwing punches as hard as he can, you know, and he catches Fury, you know what I'm saying? And I don't even really think he caught him clean the second time, but, you know, he caught him with some shit. Fury drops again, right? Fury drops again. Now, the shit, I think it was, what was it, the first or the second knockdown? I think it was the second knockdown, right? It was a long count. I didn't see it in the arena. My man Drew Titan, you know what I'm saying? After the fight, me and Drew and everybody, we all chopping it up. And Drew said, man, did you see the count was long? I said, you know what? I don't know. I was like, I wasn't really paying attention because I'm jumping up and down. I'm talking shit to some UK fans and, you know, and so I wasn't really paying attention to the count. I said I had to go back and check that out, right? And I did go back and check that out. We're going to talk about that. I'm going to talk about that later on, but let me finish saying what I'm saying. So Fury, he gets back up and Wilder gets wild again, and he blow his wide, right? So I think he blow his wide, and after the fourth round, he's dead tired. He don't have nothing else left, and I think it has to do with him getting hit, because every time Fury's hitting him, he's hitting him either straight down the middle, right? Straight right here, or he's looping this shot and hitting Wilder right there behind, like in the ear. All his punches, he's either aiming straight down. If he's not straight down, he's looping his punches and aim them at the ear. That's why I say Tyson Fury, IQ, he's very, very smart. And he was pinpoint accurate because he knew the way that Wilder was trying to defend him, he wasn't going to be able to defend that shot. He's either defending him like this or he's ducking his head down into Fury. So he knew that ear part is always going to be wide open. And he took advantage of it. He was smart. He took advantage of it. Plus, when he saw that, because if y'all notice in the early rounds, before Wilder got knocked down and he still had all his senses, when Fury was trying to grab him and grapple with him, you could see Wilder was strong. He was holding his own with Fury. They was tussling. He's holding his own. But after Wilder got tired, Fury noticed he's tired now. He don't got nothing left. Now I'm going to just bull rush him to the fucking, I'm going to bull rush him, right? He can't grapple with me no more. I'm going to hold him. I'm going to put him in a headlock, and I'm going to get him more tired. I'm going to get him even more tired than because I already know now he ain't got nothing left. And Wilder, you can see that he didn't have nothing left. After that fourth round, right? When he just blew his wide, plus, like I said, I think a lot of it was a combination of him getting hit right there because it cuts off your equilibrium. And then you also blew your wide when you went after Tyson Fury after you got the knockdown instead of sticking to the game plan, right? And setting your shit up. If he had stuck to the game plan, right? Even when he knocked Fury down, he had stuck to the game plan, backed up, right? Stuck him to the body again, right? Stuck him to the body, fainted to the body, wait for Fury because Fury's already, at that time, Fury already know, okay, damn. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to get hit again by this dude. You know, I'm kind of, you know, I got hurt, fainted to the body, and then waited for Fury, right? And came over with the overhand. Came over with the overhand right, but he didn't come with no overhand. That's what you're supposed to do. And I know that's the type of shit that they worked on, right? You go to the body, then you continue, feint him to the body, you wait for him to make his move, and then you come with the overhand. But he didn't set his shit up. He just came and just went in there wild, and he blew his wide. After the fourth round, Wilder showed that he is a warrior. He showed that he was a true warrior because he fought on just pure grit and heart. He didn't have nothing left. And Fury knew that, and Fury took advantage of it. The punches after the fourth round that Wilder was hitting Fury with, he caught him a couple times, but it didn't have no sting on it because once you lose once your stamina is gone and you're dead tired, well, your legs, you ain't got no legs under you, right? You don't have no legs under you. So that's where your power comes from. That's where you get to dig into your punches. Now Wilder's only throwing arm punches. All his shit is sloppy. Like, you know what I'm saying? He throwing, trying to throw through the guard, but it's sloppy. And it's not, it don't have no sting on it. So all Fury was doing right there, and he letting the shit hit off his gloves. You know, if it do get through, it's barely get through, and it's nothing for Fury to be worried about. Like it's, you know what I'm saying? It's not, he don't got no sting on his punches because it's arm punches. He just throwing arm punches. And yeah, I mean, Wilder, you know, of course he's always dangerous, but to me, once he lost his stamina, once he got tired and you know his legs went under him, he wasn't very dangerous no more. To me, he wasn't very dangerous no more because you don't have no sting on your shots. Of course, I mean, yeah, you still got some sting, but it ain't nothing like the devastating shit that you had, you know, before. So I mean, that's just what it was. Now, as far as the fourth round, the count was long, right? But I'm not gonna cry about it because I'm gonna tell y'all why I'm not gonna cry about it. The count was long. The referee, I watched it this morning because, like I said, I didn't know. I seen people talking about, but I didn't know, so I had to go and see for myself. The count was long, right? He didn't get up at 10. He was still, you know, he wasn't up by 10. The 10 count. The count was long, right? The referee counted, he said 5 twice. He said, he says 4, 5, 5, 6, 7. So yeah, the count was long. So can people have an argument to say, well, he should have been out already? Yeah, they can have an argument, but I ain't gonna go there because the thing is Fury got up, Wilder got up, and Fury displayed that he was the better fighter. He displayed that he was the better man that night. He was the better fighter. It's a bad stylistic matchup for Wilder, right? It's a bad style, but my main thing is that he got away from the game plan. Now, I did meet with I met Wilder's pops in the hotel after the fight, and much blessing to Wilder, Mr. Wilder, cool man, cool. And he told me he was, before anybody knew, I knew that Wilder had broke his hand because he said, don't nobody know this yet. He says, but my son broke his hand really, really bad, and he's in the hospital right now, and he probably gonna have to get surgery. So I said, yeah, so that might have been a reason he stopped throwing the jab, but my biggest thing is Wilder, his defense, right? My biggest thing is you when you fight somebody like Fury, you gotta have defense, because you pulling straight back and just putting your arms out like that, that's not gonna work against Fury because he still got the range on you. In a fighter like Fury, he has a good IQ to where he knows, right? He understands that, he understands what to do and when to do it, right? So my thing is that you got to work on your defense, right? Now you can get away with like you can get away with that style pulling back and all of that. You could get away with that with Anthony Joshua. Probably could get away with it Usyk and all these other heavyweights. But Fury just got that size and that length and all of that shit on you, so that don't work. You see what I'm saying? So just being perfectly honest, and for anybody that got something to say, it's still Bomb Squad over here. You know what I'm saying? And if you praying on Wilder downfall, he gonna continue to work on what he need to work on, and he gonna come back stronger because he displayed and showed everybody what type of heart that he has. Tyson Fury is the best heavyweight in the world. Whether you like him or whether you don't. You got to give him his props. He the best heavyweight in the world. And so motherfuckers running around shitting on Wilder, talking about he a bum and this, and that. If he's a bum, why are you saying that Tyson Fury is this, and that, and everything? If Tyson Fury just did that to a bum. So first of all, you stupid idiots are contradicting yourself. You sound like a fucking idiot, like you are, right? And newsflash, when you get guys like Wilder and Tyson Fury and other fighters, a very, very small percentage of these fighters today will fight the best. When you get the best fighting the best, that's what you get. You get an L on your record. It's only 0.1% of fighters that's going to end their career undefeated. So just because you have a loss or two on your record, don't mean you need to go and retire. Don't mean you a bum. When the best fight the best, you're going to have an L on your record. Go back, if you don't know shit about boxing, go back and check your history. See, y'all used to these pussy-ass fighters nowadays that's scared to get in the ring with the best. So they move around all the best competition and have their promoters move around, right, all of the best competition so they can keep an O on their record as long as they can, right? But all the greats, I was with Tommy Hearns this weekend. You know what I'm saying? Greats like Tommy Hearns and all the greats, the best fought the best. Sugar Ray Leonard, Tommy Hearns, Evander Holyfield, Riddick Bowe, Lennox, they all got L's on their record. All of them do. When Evander Holyfield got stopped by Riddick Bowe, ain't nobody call him a bum. Say that he need to fucking quit. When Mike Tyson got stopped by Buster Douglas, ain't nobody call him a bum and say he need to quit. When Lennox Lewis got knocked out cold by Oliver McCall, ain't nobody say he was a bum and need to quit because all them dudes, right? One thing, see, back then there was real boxing fans that knew the sport. Run it back. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, we got to give Tyson Fury his credit. This chapter is closed finally, and we see that Tyson Fury is the better man. You know what I'm saying? He's a better man. You got to give him the credit. But it is what it is. You don't fucking call nobody a bum because they fighting the best. When the best fight the best, you're going to get an L on your record. That's just what it is. Ain't no fucking, oh, he needs to retire and this, and that. Ain't none of that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? He going to go back, dust himself off, get in his bag, and he's going to come back better because he has the warrior mentality like he showed in the ring, right? And when he said that he was willing to die in the ring, he showed y'all he wasn't playing when he talked about that shit. These other dudes ain't built like that. They're not built like that. But yeah, he mainly, and I'm telling y'all, if Wilder, me, right? Me, what my opinion is, right, is I would take 8 months and just work on straight defense. Because, see, if Wilder got his defense up to par, Fury and anybody else can call it a night. They call it a night because that will any flaws that he may have or that y'all think, a lot of that shit is due to his lack of defense. If he brushed up on his defense, a lot of that shit would, you know what I'm saying, would go out the window. But like I said, his lack of defense, it's only a big issue when he's fighting Tyson Fury because Tyson Fury's so big, he's long, he got the reach advantage and all that shit. So you can't just pull straight back and think that, you know, that's gonna work or put your arm straight out because Tyson Fury's strong. He's just gonna knock that shit down. But yeah, to me, defense and using angles, right? Defense and working on angles. The offense, he displayed, right? He displayed when he stuck to the game plan. He was doing great body work. So he got the offense mainly to me, right? Mainly to me, even more than conditioning. A lot of people said conditioning. I think that it was like I said before, his conditioning went partly from getting hit in the ear. It knocked off your equilibrium, and then when he got the knockdown, he blew his wide because he was throwing. He got wild instead of being calm and setting it up, right? But yeah, man, it's defense to me. Defense because so I would take 8 months. Like I said, if it was me, I'd take 8 straight months and wouldn't work on nothing but defense and footwork angles. But see, like I said, he's so dangerous and he knows, I mean, he ain't going to see y'all want him to fucking hang his head and cry and talk about, oh, I'm defeated. No, fuck that. Fuck all that. He coming back and he going to come back stronger. You know, he going to come back strong. This is his first camp with Malik Scott. And, you know, I think Malik did a great job implementing the game plan because we saw it. You know, Wilder got away from the game plan. A lot of people saying, oh, Malik Scott, a rookie, why would he get with a rookie coach? And then, no, but dang, Malik Scott only can fucking tell you what to do. That's up to the fighter to stick to the game plan. And why Wilder got away from the game plan, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? He knows. But, you know, that's just my assessment. Tay, what's happening with it? Pac-Man Tay off in the building. What's good with it, Tay? Yeah, man. But see, these haters is the same ones that ain't never threw a fucking punch in their life. It ain't gonna fucking punch their way through a wet paper bag. You know what I'm saying? Yes, sir, Butterby. You already know. You already know what it is. So, can any of these other fighters beat Tyson Fury? No. Ain't none of them other dudes gonna beat Tyson Fury. None of them. Especially now that he done got with Sugar Hill and he knows that he could just fucking put on a whole bunch of weight. And you know what I'm saying? He can grapple. He can fight inside. He can make you tired. He can fight on the outside. He's elusive. He's hard to hit. He got good upper body movement. I mean, he's the best heavyweight in the world right now. The only one that has a chance to beat him, right, is Wilder. None of the rest of these dudes, and I was arguing with one of my partners, right? These channels talking about, now Anthony Joshua can beat him. I said, how the fuck you think Anthony Joshua can beat him? I said, Anthony Joshua can't take a punch from none of these heavyweights. Anthony Joshua ain't beating no Tyson Fury. He said, nah, because on the inside, Anthony Joshua know how to, you know what I'm saying, grapple and get that uppercut off. I said, against who? He ain't doing that shit against Tyson Fury. If you go back and watch Anthony Joshua and Usyk was pushing Anthony Joshua back. Anthony Joshua, ever since he slammed down and he not that big, bulky motherfucker no more, he ain't got that strength like that. Anthony Joshua is more of a finesse fighter. Fury gonna bully him. He'll bully him all through the ropes. You know, I said, man, you tripping. You know what I'm saying? You tripping. Anthony Joshua, like, he ain't got no fucking chance. You know what I'm saying? He don't have the heart and he don't have the chin. Let Fury catch Anthony Joshua with one of them motherfucking shots behind the head. It's night. And he ain't gonna want to get up and fight no more. Wilder's he a warrior. A straight warrior. Like you said, you were gonna really have to put Wilder out to make him stop. And you know that's what Tyson Fury did. And you know, like I said, to me, when you get that tired and you lose, you know what I'm saying, when you don't have no more stamina left in you, right? When your gas tank goes all the way out like that, everything that you worked on, see, that's what you saw. Him and Malik Scott, they worked on shit, a lot of things, right? and he implemented it early, but he got tired too early, right? So everything, when you when he really got tired was in that 4th round. After the 4th round, he was done, right? When you get tired like that, anything that you learn goes out the window. So now you're just fighting on pure heart and survival. You're not thinking. You can go back to the corner. Your trainer could tell you, okay, you need to do this and you need to set up, but you're not in your right mind because you tired, right? Whatever little defense that you do have, that shit go out the window. You fighting on strictly survival mode and you just trying to, you know what I'm saying, throwing bombs, and you know, that's just what it is. So, you know, when he got tired, everything that he had been working on, that shit just went out the window. But he was still there fighting to the end. He still fought to the end. He was grappling with Tyson Fury. And like, that's the thing. You know, you don't want to try to grapple with a man that weighed 270 pounds. Because at the end of the day, like I said, he's still 40 pounds heavier than you are. And he's still strong as fuck. It ain't like that. He just, you know, a big ass 6'8", 200 and almost 80-pound man that's weak. He's strong. You know what I'm saying? So he's strong. So it don't matter how strong Wilder get, you're still 40 pounds lighter than him, and he's still strong as fuck too. So you know what I'm saying? Weigh them odds. You know, you gotta get him up off of you, you know, pivot to the side, give him angles, and you know, so he can't grab you and rush you like that and get to grappling with you. That's it. That shit's gonna wear you down and fatigue you even more than you already are, with your equilibrium cut off a little bit, you know. So it's an accumulation of things. But can't none of these other motherfuckers beat Tyson Fury. None of them can. They can't even come close. Wilder's the only one that can, because he's dangerous. And you got to understand, right? Wilder was working on things that he hadn't done in a long time, right? He's working on things that you haven't seen him do in years and years, like the body attacking, right? The game plan that they set up, right? Initially, that I know with the state of the heavyweight division, right? And with the arbitration and all that shit, initially a fighter would want to have, you know, two fights in between to, you know, build your confidence and to get assessed with working on in a real fight the things that you were working on, right? That's initially because you don't really want to initially go into the ring, right, on things that you've been working on in training camp against one of the best fighters in the world on the big stage like that. You want to be able to kind of test your shit out. And I'm not talking about in sparring. You want to be able to kind of test it out in, you know, 2 fights, and then go in once you've already tested it out in a real fight with 10-ounce gloves on, and, you know, got your confidence up doing these things, right? To where, you know, you're not going to convert back to your old habits. But he didn't have that chance to, because of the state of the division, right? You take 2 in between fights, you might not never get a shot back at your title. Right, and especially the way that they were treating Wilder, they didn't want him to have that motherfucking title in the first place. So, you know, he had to do what he had to do. But no excuses. You know, Fury, he's the better man. He's the better man because he showed he was the better man. And I stick to my word. I said, this next fight, right, will show who the better man is. And I told you, I said, I'm not gonna make no excuses. This next fight will show who the better man was. And he showed who the better man was. And yeah, the count was fucked up. Fury should have been counted out. But at the end of the day, he still got up and he still did what he had to do and showed that he was the better fighter. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? What more can you say? You know? So we got to give him his respect. And then, you know, people talking about another thing I want to address, right? You got people talking about, oh, he didn't shake Tyson Fury's hand. Tyson Fury, for what? You didn't say fuck me and call me all type of fucking bitches and all type. You didn't call me every name in the book. You cheated, right? You did everything that you did the last fight, right? And then you gonna come over and try to shake my hand like we cool? No, fuck, it's still fuck you. I'm gonna respect you as a fighter. I'm gonna respect your skills. Yeah, you won, but I'm not shaking your fucking hand because I don't like you. So why are we gonna pretend just because you won the fight, right? Just because you won the fight, I'm gonna respect you as a fighter and give you your props, right? And when I give an interview, I'm gonna give you your props and say you're the better man or whatever. But we ain't cool. If you fight a motherfucker in the street, right, and he beat your ass, are you gonna fucking take your ass whoop and then get up and try to shake his hand? No. You know what I'm saying? They like Wilder said, this shit was real. It was real bad blood. It wasn't no, oh, now we fought. You know what I'm saying? Now we can be cool. I'm gonna shake this man's hand because he beat me. Nah. Now, usually in boxing, right, it's not personal like this was. This was personal. Usually we see two fighters in there. It ain't really nothing personal. Yeah, they might talk that shit to build up the fight and, you know, things be said, but this was personal. This was beyond that. So when it's on that level, I don't have to fucking shake your hand. You know what I'm saying? Fuck you. I said fuck you before, and it's still fuck you. So it is what it is. Julio Martinez, why are you so infatuated with Wilder's legs? Like, didn't you come in last time talking about Wilder's legs? Why are you so infatuated with talking about Wilder's legs, bro? I don't understand. Because, I mean, from the looks of your picture, you look like you got a stomach big enough for Andrew Ruiz and Tyson Fury. So, I mean, ain't nobody coming in here talking about your sloppy ass stomach. So why are you talking about Wilder's legs? I don't understand why you always coming in here talking about, we in here breaking the fight down, really talking about boxing, and you want to talk about Wilder's legs. I don't understand that. I mean, won't you hop on camera and show your big ass belly? Since you talking about Wilder's legs and how strong your legs is, I've never seen you on my TV. How many belts do you have hanging up in your house? Because I never heard of Julio Martinez being a heavyweight champion ever. And you are a heavyweight size. You're a super heavyweight size from the look of your picture in that little bubble. So how many belts have you won? I want to know. How many, since Wilder's legs are so small and that's what you are so worried about, how many belts have you won? I've never seen you before. Your legs are that strong and you worried about his legs and you worried about how strong your leg. How come you can't whoop him? That's what I want to know. Yeah, so I mean, make that shit make sense to me. None of you motherfuckers never threw a punch in your life. Mike Williams says, what if Tyson cheating ass was popped dirty? I'm not implying that he dirty, just asking. Man, if he were to pop dirty, then we would have, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna be an issue, but you know, I'm pretty sure that, you know, Wilder and his whole team made sure that the testing was on point and everything. So I'm not finna go that route. I'm gonna just give that man his props. He was the better man. He did what he had to do. Very smart ring IQ. He was a better man. Like I said, when the best fight the best, this is what you get. Somebody got to win. Somebody got to lose. When the best fight the best. Fury ain't never been no bum. Never. Fury ain't never been a bum. And like I said, I'm sticking to what I say. Can't none of these other heavyweights beat Tyson Fury. So when Tyson Fury, when he go to next fight him, if he fight Usyk or Joshua, whoever it may be, and he fucked them up, are you going to run around the internet making motherfucking memes calling them bums? Are you going to do that? Are you going to run around the internet making memes calling them bums? That's all I want to know. Because I expect y'all to keep the fucking same energy when Tyson Fury go out there in his next fight and beat up whoever else he gonna fight next. If he beat them up, I want you to run around and act the fucking same way towards them that you treating Deontay Wilder. Because like I said, I can tell most of you motherfuckers don't know shit about boxing. Because if you did, like I said before, you would know when the best fight the best, you're going to get some L's on your record. Jack Astor said, do you blame more of Wilder gassing out on training issues or Fury tire him out? Let me hold on. I'm going to answer that for you right now. I am Ill Will. Salute. What it do? So basically, I explained this earlier. You know, I don't know if you just got in here, but I broke it down, Jack. I broke that down already. You dig what I'm saying? I said that it was an accumulation of things, right? Now, I explained how when Wilder, when he got away from the game plan, right? In the third round, he tried to brawl with Fury. He got away from the game plan to where he was setting his shit up, going to the body, going to the head, you know, being calm. He got away from the game plan and he started trying to brawl with Fury, right? Getting wild again, not using no defense, throwing wild, sloppy shots, and Fury caught him. And when Fury caught him behind the ear, right there on the ear where he was aiming for the whole night, dropped him. Well, he caught him on the ear, then he caught him with an uppercut and dropped him, right? Wilder, his equilibrium was off. So when your equilibrium is off, yeah, you already lose your stamina at a much greater pace. But then also, Wilder added on to being more tired. I don't think it was his training and him being out of shape. It wasn't that, right? Already your equilibrium is not all the way there. But then in the fourth round, right, he blew his own wide because when he got the knockdown, he just came in crazy and throwing hard-ass shots, and now he's tired, right? Then you got to give Tyson Fury his credit because Tyson Fury is making you more tired because then he starts grappling and leaning on you and putting you in, you know, headlocks and weighing on his body weight. So it's an accumulation of things. So Tyson Fury has a lot to do with it because the way that Tyson Fury fights and how he grappling you and putting his body weight, he doesn't give you a chance to get back right. So if Wilder was able, you know what I'm saying, he in there with somebody else that's not as big as Tyson Fury, that don't use those tactics that Tyson Fury uses, that's smart, right? Well, he's not able to, maybe with somebody else, he's able to recover, you know, get his stamina back, get his second win, you know, your equilibrium is off, you're able to recover. But he wasn't able to get his stamina back up and get his second win because Tyson Fury, he gonna make sure if you get tired, well, he gonna make you fucking all the way drained by his fighting style. So it was an accumulation of things. But yeah, ultimately, it was all from Tyson Fury. It didn't have nothing to do with the way that Wilder was training or he was out of shape because, like I said, in the first two rounds, you could see that Wilder was in great shape. He wasn't breathing hard. In the third round, he was in great shape. He wasn't breathing hard. But in the third round is where he got away from the game plan. He started trying to just throw bombs, and he got hit in that spot. He got dropped, and from then on, When the fourth round came, then after the fourth round, after he dropped Fury and blew his wide, then you saw him like he was tired. But you don't get tired that fast. So it was an accumulation of things. Everybody got the answer. You dig what I'm saying? Everybody has the answer. Oh, it's Malik Scott and he don't run and this and that. I'm gonna tell y'all like this. One of Deontay Wilder's biggest attributes, besides his, punching power before, y'all go back to before. One of his biggest attributes that we talked about is Wilder never would get tired in fights. We talked about his stamina, right? All the way up until the second fight with Tyson Fury. His stamina was always on point. People were saying he didn't run. Well, he said he didn't, he liked to do he said that he liked to do other things, instead of running all the time. But his stamina was always on point. His power was there from the first to the last round. He had the same power from the first to the last round. You never seen him going back to the corner, breathing hard, dead, tired, or none of that shit into the second Fury fight. But I don't know. It could be that his body is not. I don't know. I'm not in his body. I'm not his doctor or none of that shit. But one thing that he has in common with the first two Fury fights, and then, before with the fights that we had seen him in, when he was weighing like 209, 210, maybe 220, 215 in those weight ranges, we never seen him get tired. When he did come in and bulk on weight, both of those fights, we seen him get tired. Is that part of the reason? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. We would have to ask him, and he would be able to tell you. He knows his body more than, so I don't want to make no assumptions. Big Money, Texas, Toledo, what's happening with it? Where you been at? He says, it's them other bias channels that have casuals heated, bro. Laugh out loud. I lost 1K, but it's still Bomb Squad. You already know what it is. You know what I'm saying? We got these coons and all these motherfuckers that they couldn't wait for Wilder to lose. You know what I'm saying? They couldn't wait. So they white audience can go in there and laugh and hee hee ha ha. You coon motherfuckers. Y'all know who y'all are. You know what I'm saying? You don't need fake ass fans like that that's turning their back and making memes and all of a sudden they laughing. Fuck all them. And as far as the ref, Sheena, as far as the ref, besides that long count that he did, right? I thought the ref did a pretty good job. I thought the ref did a good job of breaking them up. When he seen Fury's trying to lean on him and put all his weight and, rear down on the back of his neck and shit, I thought the ref did a pretty good job of, breaking it up as much as he could. You got to understand, he in there with, two big-ass fucking heavyweights, and, you can only do so much, but I did think that he did a much better job of breaking it up and keeping the fight as clean as he could, better than the last ref did. What's his name? That the Mayweather ref, the one that always used to ref Mayweather's fight. I thought that he did a much better job than the ref that we had in the Wilder Fury 2 fight. So, I don't really have no complaints about other than that long ass count. But like I said, we can complain about the long ass count, but Fury, he still got up and displayed what he displayed. And he still displayed that he was the better man that night. Butter B says real boxing has nothing to do with a perfect record. Even Mayweather himself took an L in the ring. He said the record just say 50-0. Political boxing is about putting asses in the seats. Money game first. I agree with everything you said except for Mayweather taking the L. But I feel what you're saying though. And you're absolutely right. It ain't about having a fucking zero. So it should be about the best fighting the best. I am Trill Will. He says the constant holding and hitting with the elbows contributed to Wilder's defeat. Well, like I said, I'm not finna complain about that shit because at the end of the day, they fought twice already, so you know you got to fight fire with fire. So I'm not finna come in here and you know say you got to fight fire with fire. It is what it is, you know. Yeah, Kenny Bayless, like he did a much better job than Kenny Bayless did, the ref. But you know, it what it is. You know, you got to fight fire with fire. I know that Wilder in his camp, they knew that. Wilder, you know, and his whole team, they knew how Fury fights. They knew what he was going to be doing. And I think that's why they put on the weight to be able to, you know, fight fire with fire. But, you know, Fury is just too fucking big, man. Randall Bivens said it was Wilder's fault because he kept putting his head down. Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of that it's hard to defend against a man that's big, that's strong. Like I said, Fury is not just big, he's strong as fuck too. So we just got to keep it 100. We got to keep it real. Like he's stronger than a motherfucker, you know? And he's still outweighing Wilder by 40 pounds. Even if they are on, and let me explain this to you, right? Say they on the same playing field, like say they bench press and they squatting the same amount of weight, right? They even on the same playing field. You're never going to be even with Tyson Fury because he still has a 40-pound weight advantage on you. Let that shit sink in. Aunt B says Fury's a better inside fighter, even for a big guy. Yeah, he can fight inside. He's a very inside fighter, a very good inside fighter. And one thing that Wilder, what I noticed is on the inside, right? If he was able to shorten his shots up and come with the uppercut, he needs to shorten his shit up. You know, he has long arms, so it's easier said than done. But you shorten your shots up on the inside, and you know that would have caused Fury a lot more problems. You know, when he did separate, when they was grappling on the inside, and Wilder did slide back and separate, you know, he caught Fury and dropped him. Sheena said Fury got a hard knucklehead. Now, as far as, you know, Wilder breaking his hand, he did break his hand. That shit legit. It ain't no excuse. He broke his hand. I wonder why he wasn't throwing no jabs. Because if you notice, right, probably maybe fourth round, maybe fourth round, after the fourth round, he stopped throwing the jab, right? He wasn't throwing no jabs. All he was doing, he was kind of pawing it out there, but he wouldn't commit and throw the jab. He wasn't throwing no hard jabs. When you are the size of Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder, you got to have a jab. You got to be able to throw a jab. So I don't know if that's the hand that he broke, but if that is the hand that he broke, is that reason why he stopped throwing his jab? I don't know. It's a lot of questions to be answered, but Wilder would be able to answer those questions better than I can. You know, I don't know what hand he broke. If anybody know what hand he broke, let me know. Leon Robinson said Fury's a gypsy who's been bare knuckle fighting since kindergarten. Randall Bivens say, do you think that Fury on WWE and he learned little of the tactics and trades of it? No, that's the crunch style, bro. That's this. I don't think that was from WWE. That's the style that Fury been doing. He was doing that shit. If you go back to when he fought Cunningham, he did that shit. Like he just implemented that style back into his game. And when he got with Sugar Hill, he started doing it more, right? And they saw that was a style that was effective, right? They learned in the second fight, it was a style that was it was very effective. So they stuck with that style. And with that style, like I said, ain't nobody else in the heavyweight division gonna be able to beat him besides Wilder. But the Wilder in him, that chapter is closed. It's closed. Aunt B says Lennox Lewis would have beaten Fury. I think Lennox would have, but we don't know that. We don't know that shit. You know, that's a fantasy matchup that we'll never know. So yeah, you know, we'll never know. We will never know. But yeah, great fight, you know. Like I said, shout out to Fury and Wilder for giving us, the fans, a great fight. And this is the problem. You get the best fighting the best, right? Heavyweight, you get a knockout, and then you motherfuckers run and make memes and talk shit. Like, what the fuck do you want to see? And then you wonder why these promoters ain't giving you the best fight the best. Because soon as one of the fighters lose, he need to retire, and we gonna spend our fucking time sitting around making memes and laughing. It's all right. Wilder gonna be back. He's gonna be back because he's still the second best heavyweight in the division. You know what I'm saying? He's still the second best heavyweight in the division, and he will be back. Michael said Wilder showed his stamina after the Stavern fight. He started knocking out his opponents in the later rounds. Yeah, he never had no stamina issues. He never had no stamina issues until the second Fury fight. That's when we really noticed it, you know? Yeah. But it is what it is, you know, like I said, I believe that Tyson Fury is the best heavyweight in the world. Deontay Wilder, to me, if I was, you know, him, I would go, and they need to work on defense and lateral movement, defense and you know, footwork. I would, you know, shit, for 8 straight months, I just work on defense and footwork. Because if he get his defense down to where he really learn how to, you know, slip under punches, if you fight somebody that's tall like Fury, and he learn how to, you know what I'm saying, parry punches and roll with punches, because he don't know how to do that. I never seen, you know what I'm saying, he don't do that. He don't know how to really parry off punches and roll with punches. If he learn how to slip punches and roll with punches, to me, he'll be unbeatable. Because any other little flaws that y'all might say he have, he'll negate all of that shit with his defense. That's the main thing, is defense. I don't have nothing to do with his fucking legs or working out. Don't have nothing to do with none of that shit. His legs been the same size they've been throughout his whole career when he knocked out 41, 42 other motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't got nothing to do with his legs. It's, to me, the main thing is defense. Defense and footwork, defense and lateral movement. Because if you can slip Fury and go off to the side, we seen him do it once or twice in the fight. But if you could do it on a consistent basis to where it's just natural to you, and know how to roll with the punches and parry your punches off, he'll be unstoppable. He'll be unstoppable. So, like I said, I would get in my bag. If I was Wilder's, you know, trainer or train him, I would have him work on defense for like 8 straight months. 8 straight months, defense. I take a tune-up fight, work on what I've been working on in the real fight, and then I'm right back. Fighting the best in the world. All right, and you know, we know that the trilogy, the Deontay Wilder, Tyson Fury shit is over, but hey, he could build his way back to where he could become Fury's mandatory. And I'm just saying, you know, it could happen. But defense to me is the biggest thing. John Kramer said, I'm not talking about the size of his legs. He said, he said the strength is what I'm talking about, champ. He says, because when he got hurt, his legs were gone for the remainder of the fight. Well, but that's because when you get hurt in your equilibrium, your legs are gone, right? That's your legs are gone. You don't have no legs up under you. You know, I don't know how strong his legs are. His leg, he could be hella strong in his legs, you know. They're not gonna get no bigger. You know, he could be real strong. I don't know so I can't really speak on that, you know, but like I said, you said you asked me and y'all hit the like button, y'all smash on the like button. Y'all asked me, does Plant and Canelo do I think they would shake hands afterwards? Probably not, because Caleb Plant is like, when he say some shit, he's serious. He's a very, very serious dude, and he mean what he say, and he believe everything he say. So I don't really think that he gonna go and shake Canelo's hand. I think that Caleb Plant is gonna be on the same shit Wilder was. It was fuck you before the fight, and it's fuck you after the fight. It what it is, you know. Motherfuckers can cry about it if they want to. First of all, Wayne McClary talking about I need to fucking follow a different sport. I never fucking seen you. I ain't never seen you at a fight, and you probably couldn't punch your way through a fucking wet paper bag. So don't tell me what the fuck I need to follow. For real. You just a fucking troll in the background. Straight up and down. You probably offended because you are one of the trolls that probably sit up, you know what I'm saying, laid up like a whole bitch making memes and shit. But it is what it is, you know. We know how you trolls do. Talking about I'm complaining about people making memes, I should follow another sport. What the fuck you talking about? Sound like you got offended. But anyway, yeah, so you know, that's just what it is. That's just what it is. You know, we got to give Fury his credit, you know. I'm gonna give him his credit because I said I would, and that's just it's the truth. It is what it is, you know. It's real. And I know that Wilder, everybody want to see Wilder with his head down and oh, he gonna retire after this. He ain't gonna retire. He gonna be back. And he gonna be back with a fucking bang. You gotta understand, like I said earlier, he's only had this is his first time working with Malik Scott. You don't think they're gonna continue to work? You don't think they're gonna continue to work on the flaws that you know that they seen, and they're just gonna get better. And he's going to get more dangerous. These next 2 years, while Wilder is still, you know, going to be in his prime, he's going to get more dangerous. He's just going to get more dangerous. You feel what I'm saying? And with heart like he has, that he displayed, that's dangerous in itself. Y'all smash on my like button. Aunt B says, if AJ fought with Wilder's spirit and lion heart, he would overpower Usyk. Yeah, he don't have it in him, though. He don't have it in him. He don't have the chin. He don't have it in him. But I like AJ. But, you know, we see what it is. Just like I'm sitting here telling you that Wilder needs to work on his defense. He don't have good defense, and he needs to, you know, work on his footwork, you know, angles and stuff like that. Because he's quick enough and he's athletic enough to utilize like angles and footwork, right? He needs to work on that, but more so just, you know, learn how to roll with punches, parry punches, and slip under punches, right? Just like I'm telling you that he needs to do that, but he can do that. Joshua has skills, very good skills, but he don't have the chin and he don't have the mindset. Right? He don't have the chin. I don't want to say his heart ain't there because, you know, he tries to fight and he'll try, but he don't have the chin and he don't have the mindset, right? And what I mean by the mindset is he's not confident because he knows he don't have a chin. So the chances that we saw Anthony Joshua take before he found out that he didn't have a chin, he's not willing to take those chances no more because he's not confident no more. You see what I'm saying? So it is what it is. But yeah, But yeah. So I appreciate everybody for tuning in. We've been on here for almost 2 hours already. John Kramer says 15-second count shit is a fucking disgrace to the sport. This is the second time they have done. He said this is the second time they done that. He said, damn, can Champ get a break? It wasn't no 15 count. He did get up after 10. I counted like 11. He did get up after 10. But like I said, John, we can't make that excuse because although it was a long count, but at the end of the day, Fury still got up and he still displayed that he was the better man. He still got up and he displayed that he was the better man because Wilder got up early in the third round. Fury got dropped the next round, and they both had a chance to get up, long count or no count, and they both had a chance to display who's the better man. You dig what I'm saying? They both had that chance. So that's the way I look at it. That's the way that I look at it. So I know it's fucked up, but that's just the way you got to look at it. We gotta be real to ourselves and look at who was the better man, regardless of any of that. Who got up? They both got up, and who did what they had to do after they got up. You know what I'm saying? Who displayed the better ability after they got up, and that's just what happened. Wilder gonna be back. You know what I'm saying? Wilder gonna be back, and he gonna be better than ever. Him and Malik Scott, they're gonna continue to work on the things that they were working on, and it's gonna get that. They're gonna get better. This is the first fight that they've had with each other. They're gonna get better. John Kramer says, but Keon blatantly obvious all these videos showing that it was 15 seconds. Respect Fury and what he did, shit ain't right. Like I said, I watched it for myself. I don't know what videos, you know what I'm saying, today, right? I don't go by what nobody else say. You dig what I'm saying? I'm my own man. At the end of the day, I'm not going by what no video put up. I watched it for myself this morning. I watched the fight. And I counted it myself. And we could, matter of fact, we gonna I'm gonna put it up right now. And I'm gonna put my stopwatch on. It was a long count. Now 15 seconds, I don't know about that. But let's see. We can end this right now. We can end it right now. I'm going hold on. I'm gonna pull up that round on my phone because, like I said, I was already watching it earlier, so it's already in my history. Let me find the. Give me a second, y'all. Like I said, I'm gonna pull it up and we gonna count it right now. Wing Pikachu. Bitch, I don't know who you are. I ain't sending you no fucking link, nigga. Link these nuts. How about send you a link? I'm gonna block your bitch ass. You keep on fucking coming. That's what I'm gonna send you. So let's like I said, I'm trying to wait because the video I'm watching, it don't have no rounds on it, but it's the fight. I'm watching the fight right here. So we gonna do the count right here. Before I end the show, we gonna, you know what I'm saying, we gonna do the count right here. I got the stopwatch, and I'm gonna put the stopwatch, and then we gonna see how long the count was. Okay, here it is. Hold on. Okay, he go down right there. Bam. That's when the count start. Well, I'm about to start because he went down right there. Right now, stopwatch. I'm gonna start at the same time. That's when he got up. See that shit? That's when he got up. That's when he got on his feet. 10 seconds, so a little over 10 seconds. A little over 10 seconds. So it wasn't 15, it was a little over 10 seconds. We're going to run it back again.
In his face. Those tactics of the first round, the jab to the body and the overhand right, seems to have been largely forgotten by Deontay Wilder now. And Fury.
That was the first knockdown. So the first knockdown, he got up, he got up. Now this is the second knockdown. I'm watching it right here. I got it on my phone right here. There it is. He down. The clock. Bam, he got up. So about the same time. 0.28, 0.72. Yeah. So the count was long. He didn't make the 10 count, but it wasn't no 15 seconds. We putting a lot of mustard on that 15 seconds, bro. That's why I said you got to go back and you got to do the research yourself. I don't really go by what other people doing and saying. I go and look for myself. So yeah, that's what it was. It was a long count. Shit, he had been counted out, yeah. But at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? He got up and he showed that he was a better man. So us, complaining about the count and all of that shit, when he got up, Wilder was up, and they still had a chance to display who the better fighter was at that point. So that's just what it is. Like it or not, that's just what it is. So that's just how we got to look at the situation. That's just what it is, and it is what it is. It's not going to change the outcome. It's not going to do anything. It's not going to change the outcome. It's not going to do anything. Wilder still had a chance to get Fury up out of there, and Fury, he was the one that came out victorious and got Wilder up out of there. So I ain't trying to go. Like I said, when I talk boxing, I talk from a real standpoint, and I'm the biggest Wilder fan there is. But I'm not gonna sit here and just because I'm a huge Wilder fan, I'm not gonna sit here and act like it's something that it ain't. Yeah. Yeah, what it is though, But anyway, make sure that y'all smash on my like button. Wilder will be back. Ain't nothing changed. It's still Bomb Squad over here. Ain't nobody fucking crying. Both great fighters. The best fight the best. That's what you get. The best fight the best. You're gonna get an L on your record somewhere down the line. It's only 0.1% of fighters that's gonna end their career like a Floyd Mayweather or Andre Ward, or just what it is. It's about fighting the best and giving the fans the best fights. Other than that, make sure that you smash my like button if you ain't smashed my like button yet. And y'all already know how I do. There you go, talking that boxing again. And I'm gone.